Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Live in the Rise. I am your new Bachelorette, Dr. Sewer, and we're here again on another rise. Thank you. And we are, oh my gosh, you can see in the background I have my paintings. Yes, indeed. This is the Black Mermaid series. So I'm really the Black Mermaid Bachelorette. I'm gonna just combine them here because it's too many different things going on. So, the Black Mermaid Bachelorette, that's me. And I just washed my hair. I did a hair treatment. If you watch this channel, you'll see I was at the Bay and I did a papaya treatment on my scalp and my hair. I had dreads, I had, locks, and it pulled a lot of my hair out. So I'm trying to revive it now. So I have a hair treatment going on. But welcome. Welcome to Live in the Rise. We are here today. It is a blessed Sabbath Saturday for some. Blessed Sabbath Saturday for some. So I respect everybody's, right to be happy and to live in happiness and love. So greetings all the way from Iran. Is that Arabic? Yes. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining Live in the Rise. We are here today and it is a blessed day because I want to start with the verse of the day. The verse of the day. So we're going to do that and get started with that. Verse Arabic, of the yes. Day. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Okay, the verse of the day today is coming from Romans 12, verse 10. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. That's amazing. I love that. So oftentimes when, yes, free fire, bless, Abul Rehman Mughal, greetings, blessed kindness. Thanks for joining Live in the Rise. Thank you for joining on this blessed Saturday Sabbath for some, okay, for some. Some of you may not be doing that, and that's respected. So the verse of the day from Romans 12, verse 10 is humble yourself, really, looking at honoring others above yourself. So oftentimes I do that. I would buy something for myself and then I would give it to someone else. Like, this is for you, because I know I'm honoring them above me and the thing that I want. So I ask for a wife, a nice person for my son, that's going to respect him, not going to abuse him or beat him or steal from him or take advantage of him, but that's going to give him kindness and love and loyalty and honor. So I ask that above myself. Yes, I am the new Bachelorette and I'm looking for love after 50. But I'm going to put my son's love and his above myself. So I ask for him to find that person before me. I give him that first. So I honor, according to Romans, others above myself. And in that, that's an example. So let's look at the word of the day. It's 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 the word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day. Oh my goodness. Talking about my son. Look at what the word of the day is brought to us by Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23 is bringing us the word today. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Live in the Rise with yours truly, Love City's Black Mermaid Bachelorette. That's a lot to say, but it's, yeah, I'm a Black Mermaid Bachelorette. I love the water and love the beach. I go in there. So, yeah, who gets me, gets me. That's just what it's going to be. So I know this is Jeremiah. I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is right. See you later. Thank you so much for joining. Subscribe to the channel so you can get to see when I'm live again. All right. Have a blessed day. So I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteous, what is kind, what is forgiving, what is merciful, what is most redeeming, okay, and rewarding. I ask that accepts my words, because people, may not accept you. They may not, you may be rejected, because of how you look, or because whatever the case is. You have this on your head, or you got hair under your arm, whatever people don't like about you. Even though that's the case, you know that you are blessed, happy, chosen for good. So Jeremiah talks about this in chapter 10, verse 23, that brings us the word today. I haven't told you what the word today yet. Don't go away. Listen to the word today. But let's start with Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 23. I know, Jeremiah is saying, I know, O Lord, that the way of human beings is not in their control, that mortals, as they walk, cannot direct their steps. So, who directs the steps? Who directs your steps? See you later. Have a blessed day. Lightning. So, Jeremiah is like, look, human beings think they're in control, but they're not. Jeremiah is like, these mortals, they can't direct their steps. I'm included. I'm falling short of the glory. I know what Jeremiah talking about, right? So that's where a higher force comes in. So you lean in on that. And that, when you lean in on that, you're getting a righteousness that's going to propel your mind to think good, and your words to come out in the same way as your mind. So everything is in a line, right? So in the word today, the word is surrender. Okay, surrender. And that's what Jeremiah is basically looking for human beings to surrender. Surrender to the goodness and the mercy and the love and the kindness and the forgiveness and the honor and the respect and the humbleness, the humility, all of that. Surrender to it. Because this world is moving, lots of moving parts, and it's going and it's confusing, and it's up and it's down and a one way and a this way. So you just have to breathe. You have to breathe, and you have to surrender. So I surrender my worldly efforts and rely upon righteousness within. Blessed greetings. Let's give our greetings to J Dove is in the room. Grand Rise, beautiful essence divine. How was your day? Beautiful day. Indeed, we are live in the rise, and it is a little bit after the hour here on the beautiful island of the Virgin Islands, where the cocks are crowing and the birds are flowing in an abundance of beauty that is blanketed by the beautiful waters of Hawk's Nest Bay and Trunk Bay and Cinnamon Bay and Francis Bay and all the bays that surround this beautiful mass land that is an island. Love City, St. John, coming at you as the new Black Mermaid Bachelorette. The Black Mermaid Bachelorette. So I have to change the whole entire wording now before June, before the dates start rolling in, June, July, August. See who I decide to be my person. Oh my goodness, this is going to be exciting, but you have to subscribe to Patreon. www.patreon.com/Carla Sewer. That's me, Dr. Sewer. So I surrender my worldly efforts and rely upon God within. So my worldly efforts of finding my person, going into the world out here to find my person, is part of finding others who are also in that space of over 50 and maybe not wanting to find someone, but looking for that companionship, right? Of a person. Okay. So now I'm getting on my I gotta go through all my books. That's the next step. Anyway, the word today, surrender, is surrendering all of that. And that's why I am surrendering the worldly efforts of finding, going online on the internet to find someone. The people that I'm dating, I already know. I know them and they're agreed to be part of this. They may not like me in that way, and we're going to find out how they look at me, how they feel about me. You're going to hear other people talk about me. And this is a good thing because it's going to get you to kind of see the person that I am, and you get to see or even vote for the person that you think I should choose at the end of this. But you have to subscribe to Patreon because that's the only way you're going to see the videos. You know, you can't see them anywhere else. For free, it's not going to be for free. This ain't for free. This is a fundraiser. And it's a fundraiser because I support I need support for my teaching, for my research, for my service. So I'm looking, to raise funds to build a Love City Child and Family Center here on St. John, on existing, property that's sitting right there. And trying to do that has been a hardship. I'm going to just put the paperwork in and get that ball rolling, right? Because yesterday I talked about the theme was to just start something. You got to be starting something. Remember? So look at that video from yesterday. That theme was starting something. Today is about surrendering. So we're going to start something, get it moving, going, and then surrender to the goodness. Don't fuss about it. Don't cuss about it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. Get it moving, going, right? So I surrender my worldly efforts and rely upon that righteousness that's inside. It's there. It's right there in you, becoming what you put in it. You got to what? Plant in that good soil. You are the good soil. You are as a tree planted by the rivers of water. So what does that tell you? It tells you that you are the good soil, and therefore you have to plant inside of you good things, happy thoughts, listening to happy music, speaking about good things. So too often, surrendering after I have given my all can feel like giving up and admitting defeat. Righteous surrender, when you surrender to what is good, is something else entirely. When I surrender my efforts to righteousness within, I am aligning myself with the strength and power of that righteousness, that same righteousness, that same goodness of the Creator. So, righteous surrender means admitting my human efforts can take me only so far. Okay? However, acknowledging there is a resource within me that will never tire or run out. And that resource within is not that physical body, but that what people call spiritual. I call it righteous. That righteousness that's inside of you. There's a lot of different kind of spirits, and I rebuke all the negative spirits. I rebuke all of the, dissensions and discord spirits. I receive the righteousness, the spirits of righteousness, mercy, goodness, love to surround me. So whenever I go to the bay and I'm swimming in the water, fishes come around. This is what I want. So my stingray friend jumped out the water, and I was like, all right, my goodness, you're showing off. You're happy to see me, aren't you? So I seek for that. And that's what is going to give me that strength. And that's why I do this. So it's to share it. So that resource that you have inside is never going to tire or run out. Okay. My part, I part, is to stay centered in faith. Okay. Centered in faith. Hi, Lula. How are you? How you bless? How you favored? How are you? How you bless? That's what I'm going to ask. How you bless? Greetings of love and kindness to you. Thank you for liking this video, for tuning in, for subscribing to this channel and all that stuff. So your part, Lula, J Dove, all of you that's watching, me, myself, is to stay centered in faith, to keep learning and growing, and to release your grip on outcomes as you allow life to unfold. Stop gripping, you holding on to the outcomes. You don't want to see somebody this. You don't want to see somebody take this. You don't want to see something. Stop looking at that and center yourself. Release your grip on outcomes and allow life to unfold. And how you do that is through your kindness, being kind. And when you're kind, you are perpetuating all that is the most righteous of righteous. That is where you came from. So you cannot know where you're going unless you know where you came from. And returning to the verse today with Jeremiah, the verse today with Romans 12:10, honoring one another above yourself is the beginning of that growth and that learning. So I trust guidance, okay, that guidance within to lead I to the perfect people and opportunities. So that's why my new Bachelorette show has started a wildfire, because I am going to allow people to express themselves and allow them to share their own stories with me. So I trust that guidance to lead me to the perfect people and opportunities at the right time and in the right way. I surrender to the divine flow of life. Selah and Selah again. And that is our word today, supported by Jeremiah 10:23. I know that the way of human beings is not in their control, that mortals as they walk cannot direct their steps. And Jeremiah chapter 10 talks about the Christmas tree too, and how it's idol worship, and people are doing that instead of having helping the poor. But they are, according to Romans, they're not honoring others. They're putting others above themselves. So that's called selfish, right? Buying a Christmas tree and not telling the person you're doing this, buying a dog, not telling, doing these things is not honoring others. You're selfish. And Romans chapter 12, read it, be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. What does that mean? Doesn't that mean stop being selfish? Okay. Yeah. I was in a relationship with someone that wasn't honoring even me. They were honoring themselves. Self gratification, buying this, buying that, spending this, instead of honoring the person that you're with and saying, you know what, I'm going to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs to save my, I can put you in a house. So I can put you in a house. You already met me halfway by giving me a car, another car. You know, you've already met me halfway. And when people are not listening to Romans, this one right here, Romans chapter 12, verse 10, it's the being selfish. I've put others above myself so many times. You can't even count them on my 2 hands. So being devoted to one another in love, honor one another, this is what I am seeking in a person. Okay, I meet you halfway already because I'm bringing to the table my earning potential. Now you got to what? Put me in a house. You got to put me in a house. You want me, this is what you're going to have to do. Because I'm in my parents' house. This is my parents' house. I could get put out any day. God forbid. But my life partner, who that person is going to have to be that person that Romans 12, what is it, 12:10 is talking about. Okay, and the surrendering to what Jeremiah is speaking about, not to your selfish self and your human self and controlling this outcome, right? I'm not controlling nothing. I'm leaving it in the hands of something higher than me that's going to bring me that person that's going to honor me and love me, because that's what I will do. And I'm not going to meet someone halfway and they're still behind there, not even taking steps to try to help me, but they're behind there with an anchor trying to sink me. No, 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 no. You're not going to try to sink me. So my new, the Black Mermaid Bachelorette, because that's, I'm adding that in there. The Black Mermaid Bachelorette is about the rising of a phoenix, of the female. You hear female phoenix, right? Out of the oppression and the suppression of non-generational wealth as health. So my building of generational wealth for my children and for my life partner's children and children, that's what it is about. That's what I was about with the person I was with. I'm going to build generational wealth. I'm going to give you this. You and your family will be taken care of. I'm going to meet you, but what? People maybe think I was joking. I met you, but they never met me halfway. They took from me. And they didn't meet me halfway. So what did I have to do? I had to pull now them, myself, my family, everybody I'm pulling. And what does that do to one person? It's a lot. So there's a creator who sits high and looks low and will remove the obstacles and the people from, and the opportunities that may not be for you. You may think you have a job there and that's your job there, but that can be removed when you could have had another opportunity somewhere else. So people don't like to change. They don't like to do that. So that's the person that's going to be my life partner. That person who's ready to change, ready to build, ready to save money and build, get 2, 3 jobs, work, to have a retirement. So you're not at 60 working at McDonald's trying to pay bills. Okay? You're 60 living in your retirement with the money you have worked for and saved and built. Now you can buy that house for your wife or your husband or you and your partner, right? So that's what it's about. It's about taking your wise mind into self sufficiency and generational wealth, okay? And not being in a relationship where you're in a struggle bus. Next minute you're sleeping next to someone you don't want to sleep next to. You're in a relationship you don't want to be in. And it's sad. It's sad. But on this Sabbath Saturday for some, okay, not for everybody. Some people's Sabbath is Sunday, some people's Sabbath is Tuesday. So this Saturday Sabbath for some, we're going to give thanks for Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 23, for the verse today and for the word today. Yes. And those of you who are the daily communication to righteousness for women, I haven't done in a while, but I have to mosey on to the bay because I'm going to put my mermaid tail on and test it out. And I have my mermaid tail. You cannot see it yet. But thank you for joining. This has been great. It's been amazing to be able actually to live in the goodness of the Lord. I love it. I meet people all the time and I talk with them at the supermarket. This one lady, I met her, Celia, beautiful a child of righteousness that just embraced me in my communication about the burden has been lifted and we are free to live in unity or einity with love, with one love, with each other. And it's a beautiful expression because it keeps you from being stressed. Hi, Jay. How are you, honey? Thank you for joining. We are out of time. It has been amazing. Thanks for being here for Live in the Rise. I am Dr. Sewer, your new Bachelorette. You got to subscribe to my Patreon to be able to see my dates and their reactions to me, how they feel about me, what they want to do being with a person like me, a mermaid. That's me. I'm the Black Mermaid. Why would you want to be with a mermaid? She's got a tail. That means you can't open her legs and go there. It's going to take a lot to get her like that. So don't come at me wanting to taste me, have sex with me, touch my hair. You can't do that. Okay? None of that. You have to be in the righteousness of God. That's who you have to love first and foremost. And that will attract me to you. We got some bees. I had a video. I'm going to post it of these bees. The beekeeper was capturing these bees. And he had the queen in the bucket. So they all surrounded the queen, right? That is the person. They know that's who they need to be surrounding and protecting, is that queen. Okay, that's me. I seek for soldiers who are going to be there to support and protect what I'm doing. Yeah, because we got people who can be betrayers. I know that happened to me. I was betrayed on, cheated on. The person said, I didn't cheat on you. Yes, you did. I was away and you went online looking for somebody, started a profile and went searching for some, and you met someone, and so don't, and then told me afterwards. So don't say you didn't cheat. That's, you're lying to yourself. And when you lie to yourself, God is not going to bless you or open that way for you. Be honest. Be honest that you cheated on me and now you're with someone else that you left me, you cheated on me with. That's what ends up happening in relationship like that. It don't work, right? When you start a relationship with a lie, it doesn't work. So stay tuned to this channel to get the scoop of who God is going to send, the person, and listen to them carefully. Are they that person for me? You know who I am, who watch this channel. So stay tuned. Get behind me, negativity. Have a blessed day, everyone. Take good care. Remember, stand in love. Don't fall in it. Stand. I have my daily communication to righteousness right here. Take good care. Thanks for liking.